Niggity, ni wewe, mwana. Go is the beginning. In the name of She, capital S, capital H, capital I, whose name was changed to Son, S-U-N, by man, Adam. In the name of the true begotten Son, Emmanuel, Matthew 1:23, Imanuel, whose name means go with us. In the name of the true mother land, Niggity, N-G-R-I-T-I-A, which means land of the ghost. Peace from above. Amani kutoka you. Peace from above. How y'all doing? Good to see you. Good to be back. Fuha wa sabasiku. Happy seventh day. Fuha wa sabasiku. Happy seventh day. Fuha wa sabasiku. Happy seventh day. Today, the Book of Life. Kiribu cha Uzima. The Book of Life. Kiribu cha Uzima. We're reading from Revelation, Yah, Emmanuel. The Revelation, Yah, Emmanuel. Verse 8. Chapter 8, my bad. When he opened the seventh seal, there was silence in heaven for about half an hour. And I saw the seven angels who stand before God, and to them were given seven trumpets. Then another angel, having a golden censer, came and stood at the altar. He was given much incense that he should offer it with the prayers of all the saints upon the golden altar which was before the throne. And the smoke of the incense with the prayers of the saints ascended before God from the angel's hand. Then the angel took the censer, filled it with fire from the altar, and threw it to the earth. And there were noises, thunders, lightnings, and an earthquake. So the seven angels who had the seven trumpets prepared themselves to sound. The first angel sounded, and hail and fire followed, mingled with blood, and they were thrown to the earth. And a third of the trees were burned up, and all the green grass was burned up. Then the second angel sounded, and something like a great mountain burned with fire was thrown into the sea, and a third of the sea became blood. And a third of the living creatures in the sea died, and a third of the ships were destroyed. Then the third angel sounded, and a great star fell from heaven, burning like a torch, and it fell on a third of the rivers and on the springs of water. The name of the stars is wormwood. A third of the waters became wormwood. And many men died from the water because it was made bitter. Then the fourth angel sounded, and a third of the sun was struck, a third of the moon, and a third of the stars, so that a third of them were darkened. A third of the day did not shine, and likewise the night. And I looked, and I heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, because of the remaining blast of the trumpet of the three angels who are about to sound. Chapter 9. Then the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star falling from heaven to the earth. To him was given the key to the bottomless pit. And he opened the bottomless pit, and smoke arose out of the pit like the smoke of a great furnace. So the sun and the air were darkened because of the smoke of the pit. Then out of the smoke locusts came upon the earth, and to them was given power, as the scorpions of the earth have power. They were commanded not to harm the grass of the earth, or any green thing, or any tree, but only those men who do not have the seal of gold on their foreheads. And they were not given authority to kill them, but to torment them for 5 months. Their torment was like the torment of a scorpion when it strikes a man. In those days, men will seek death and will not find it. They will desire to die, and death will flee from them. The shape of the locusts was like horses prepared for battle. On their heads were crowns of something like gold, and their first faces were like the faces of men. They had hair like woman's hair, and their teeth were like lion's teeth. And they had breastplates like breastplates of iron. And the sound of their wings was like the sound of chariots with many horses running into battle. They had tails like scorpions, and there were stings in their tails. Their power was to hurt men 5 months. And they had as a king over them the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name is Abaddon, whose name is Abaddon. One woe is past. Behold, still two more woes are coming after these things. Then the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four corners, from the four horns of the golden altar which is before God, saying to the sixth angel who had the trumpet, release the four angels who are bound at the great river, yea, a Euphrates. So the four angels who had been prepared for the hour and day and month and year were released to kill a third of mankind. No, were released to kill a third of man. Now the numbers of the army of the horsemen was 200 million. Wow. I heard the number of them. And thus I saw the horses in the vision. Those who sat on them had breastplates of fiery red, hyacinth, blue, and sulphur yellow. And the heads of the horses were like the heads of lions. And out of their mouths came fire, smoke, and brimstone. But three plagues, by these three plagues, a third of man was killed by the fire and the smoke and the brimstone which came out of their mouths. For their power is in their mouth and in their tails. For their tails are like serpents having heads, and with them they do harm. But the rest of mankind, who were not killed by these plagues, did not repent of the works of their hands, that they should not worship demons and idols of gold, silver, brass, stone, and wood, which can neither see, nor hear, nor walk. And they did not repent of their murderers, or their sorceries, or their sexual immorality, or their thefts. Chapter 10. I saw still another mighty angel coming down from heaven, clothed with a cloud, and a rainbow was on his head. His face was like the sun, and his feet like pillars of fire. He had a little book open in his hand, and he set his right foot on the sea and his left foot on the land. And he cried with a loud voice as when a lion roars. When he cried out, seven thunders uttered their voices. Now, when the seven thunders uttered their voices, I was about to write, but I heard a voice from heaven saying to me, seal up the things with the seven thunders uttered, and do not write them. Whoa. Seal up the things which the seven thunders uttered, and do not write them. The angel whom I saw standing on the sea and on the land raised up his hand to heaven and swore by him who lives forever and ever, who created heaven and the things that are in it, the earth and the things that are in it, and the sea and the things that are in it, that there should be delayed no longer. But in the days of the sounding of the seventh angel, when he is about to sound, the mystery of gold will be finished, as he declared to his servants, the prophets. Then the voice which I heard from heaven spoke to me again and said, Go, take the little book which is open in the hand of the angel who stands on the sea and on the earth. So I went to the angel and said to him, Give me the little book. And he said to me, Take and eat it, and it will make your stomach bitter, but it will be as sweet as honey in your mouth. Then I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it, and it was as sweet as honey in my mouth. But when I had eaten it, my stomach became bitter. And he said to me, You must prophesy again about many peoples, nations, tongues, and kings. Interesting. Interesting. Now, what was that I was looking for? Uh, 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 if you pay attention, you can see where some of these offsprings come up with their ideas of creating in these movies some of the creatures, because some of the creatures that they're creating, it's right here in this book that he brought forth on man because of man worshiping OPGs. Period. That's what they're doing today. 2023. The JUC, you can't say Jesus. I can. I can say Jesus because it's somebody else's God who has no feet upon the go, who has no head of waters of land. One more time. Emmanuel, on the other hand, he has all those things that God said for him to have. Look at that. One more time. Keep telling y'all. Seven. Seven angels. Seven horns. Seven. His number is seven. He didn't create 7 days for it not to be his number. Y'all be running around here letting all these other people distract you and etc. as you attempt to be who they're not. I'm reading an article where, a black Latino. What is that? Oh man, I should have said some. There was something I seen and I wanted to say and forgot to highlight it. Oh man. Notice, pay attention that when God released these. Wow, can you imagine that, man? Looking up and seeing locusts? They were not given authority to kill them, but to, there it is. There it is. There it is. That's what I was looking for. That's what I keep trying to tell people. Chapter 9, verse 5. They were not given authority to kill them, but to torment them for 5 months. One more time. I don't think you understand. One more time. I keep telling people, suicide ain't suicide. Because if the man above says it's your time, it's your time. Like the lady jumped from the 85th floor of the Empire State Building in New York, and he blew it back in to the building on the 84th floor. Yeah. One more time. Just like he told Satan, you can do what you want. Can't kill it. One more time. He controls life and death. See, that's where black's black. Man, I'm a black man who has no fear of death. Fear of death for what? Death is inevitable. So as you start breathing, you're going to stop. My aspiration is to elevate those who made it possible for me to be here where I am in the position that I am so that those who have the feet of potter's dough, those who have the head of woolly lamb, afro, can knowledge what he said, can knowledge the Tower of Babel. The Tower of Babel was just to separate till he could bring them back. Because at the time, no, you can't just walk up to me like we equal. We're not equal. We will never be equal. But man, it's nature. It's man's nature. That's why he said. Did you not hear what he said? He said, nations, tongues, peoples. Nation, tongues, peoples. See? Where was it? Yeah, nation, tongues, people, and all that. But one more time. All these, okay. And he said to me, you must prophesy again about many peoples, nation, tongues, and kings. Again. So it was already been prophesied. And he got to do it again about many peoples, nations, tongues, and kings. One more time. I keep trying to tell y'all. Stop brain whitewash. Letting somebody tell you who they is as they tell you who you ain't. See, I am the book of life. I am Kidibu Cha Uzima. I am Matthew 1:23. Imanuel, go with us. Not because I say I am, because he said it. He said, I looked up and closed my eyes and asked God, who am I? This whole world is imitating my foreparents, but the whole world at the same time saying my foreparents never existed. Who am I? That's when he told me, you are the book of life. You are Kidibu Cha Uzima. You are Matthew 1:23. You are Emmanuel, go with us. You are Matthew 1:23. Emmanuel, Imanuel, my big brother who is with me through he who created my big brother. John 12:44. He that truly believe in me, but not in me, but in he who sent me. One more time. The Revelation, Yah, Emmanuel, is about just what it's saying. It's time for those who go to go, has blessed and chosen, to come together. Because it's not about how you feel or what you think or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Because if that was the case, a lot of y'all, I ain't even gonna go there. Anyway, for the people that can see JSUS and say Jesus and knowledge that that's OPGs, you in the call. For those who don't, okay, one more time. It's the same thing over and over and over. You know, if you rather be, let me put it like this. Black is a race. Latinos an ethnic group. Now you got black saying I am a Latino. Cool. B, leave the race and become part of an ethnic group. It's not me making this up because it's not part of my repertoire. That's not what I do. My existence is about the elevation of those who came before me. Can you see this? It's ethnic group and there's a race. Now, which one you want to be? I am in and of the first race. Dirt and water. He mixed them together, brought the dew from the center of the earth up through, and brought forth man / Adam. I have nothing against nobody, but my job is to make sure that those who match me and those who came before me knowledge is truth. Not mine, not how I want it to be, how it is. One more time. Beware of OPGs, other people's goals, who have no feet of polish go, who have no head of water man, who get you, who does have the feet of polish go, who does have the head of water land to worship their goals. One more time. I am in and of the beginning. Adam through the nostrils. Nini, Niwewe, Mawanzo. Go is the beginning. In the name of she, capital S, capital H, capital I, who man Adam called son. In the name of the true begotten Son, Imanuel, Imanuel, whose name means go with us. In the name of the true motherland, Nigeria, Niklitia, which means land of the goals. Kunta, Kite, Kiswahili, K. Peace from above. Peace from above. Have a great weekend. Enjoy yourself this Saturday night.